Good day, everyone.
Hello, greetings and salutations.
How are you all? Ah, I'm going to have a hard time making a sweater. Look, here's my yarn. No, I'm kidding.
I literally am gonna have a hard time making a sweater. I need to see. I bought this yarn on clearance. All right, and I can't remember. It was either from Mary Maxim or Hirschner's. I can't remember which. It's Haiku brand drape in this odd color, which I really like the color. I really like the color. I mean, it's bold. It's bright.
It's mustardy gold.
It's called wheat, believe it or not, which it doesn't look wheaty to me at all, but it's called wheat. But I only bought 5 hanks, and I thought it was going to be enough, but because it's a one weight yarn, this is where my first panel is.
How many yards do you have in your hank?
Let me pull out a label and see. Hold on.
The label.
A label. 305 yards.
Well,
so I mean, but it's 100 grams. It seems like it should have had more yardage.
Well, how much do you have into that panel?
2 hanks into this panel. Okay. And I have a total of 5. So I figure if
this is the end of my second here, I have 257 yards in each of these. This is the end of my second and my panel.
Well, actually, I do have this. I have this much left.
Yeah. Here's my panel.
Yep.
So, I mean, I know that you and I have talked and we both, I mean, look, I have mine pinned at the top. Here's my shoulder, so I could actually try it on.
I did that, but then I unpinned it.
I left mine clipped together.
But Mindy and I both decided that we didn't want our sleeves to get any wider.
No, because it will continue to get wider if we continue with the hexie.
But I'm okay with my length too, for it being cropped. I think I'm okay with my length. But the thing I'm not okay with is my width. It doesn't cover my boobages.
So I have a question for you.
Yes.
After we get another panel like this done.
Yes.
What I think, we're not measuring, Jennifer. We're just trying on.
I could measure. I have a measure tape right here. Hold on.
So
what do I do with that?
Here's my thought. I have a thought, and I don't know what you think about the thought.
Okay.
We could leave it completely just like this, like granny hexies, and just fill in the back and the front with granny hexies.
Yep.
But not granny hexies, with the granny stitch.
Yes.
But have you seen when they do like motif down there?
Yes, I was just gonna say that.
Like if we did sunburst granny squares.
Yes. If we did a row of granny squares down the back.
Yeah.
In a different color.
Well,
I would do mine in a different color to save
you could. I would probably do mine in the same color.
I'm thinking I will do it in white and make it look like daisies.
And then you know what you should do then?
What?
When you get to the little scalloped edge, you should do it in white.
Yes, absolutely. So Dawn wants to know what my measurements are right now. So from top to bottom right now, I am at 17.5 inches. And that's unblocked. I am going to block this.
Hang on a second. I don't have a tape measure. Hang on. I haven't measured mine. Let me get a tape measure.
Actually, let me like, I'm not stretching it, but I'm just pulling it like as if because this is called haiku drape. It's going to be very drapey. So it is going to stretch with wear as well. So actually, I'm at 18 inches from top to bottom, and I mean I should be at 18 inches for my so my sleeve length from the center out, from the armpit out, my sleeve length right now is 9 inches.
From top to bottom, you got what?
18.
I'm at 17 and a quarter.
And then what are you from armpit to end of sleeve? I'm at 9.
From armpit to end of sleeve, I'm at 8.5.
Okay. And then what are you at for arm width for the opening of your arm?
This part here.
Yeah, I'm at 8.5, which for me at the beginning of my arm, way up here, because I have a fat upper arm, I always make my armhole 8 inches. So
I'm at 8.25.
Perfect. So we're pretty close.
We're at the same size, pretty much. Very close.
Yep. Very close. Yes.
So yeah, I'm thinking, because I have the same problem when I put this on, I'm like, it comes to half a boob.
Yeah, it only covers half a boob.
Half a boob. So I mean, the back's going to need addition to it as well. That's why I was thinking the other day of doing one of those cute panels down the back.
I think that that's an excellent idea.
Instead of getting rounds around the back.
Yes, I think that's a great idea.
We're still going to need to add some rows here to come across.
And I have, you know what, and it wouldn't even matter if you use the same weight yarn. I just grabbed this. I have this Yarn Bee Soft Secret.
That's like Caron Simply Soft.
Yes, it is. So it would have a similar drape to what I've got going on here. Even though it's a different weight, it wouldn't matter because I'm just making the motifs.
Right. Yeah. I think this is a excellent plan.
I think it is too. We're really making this project our own, aren't we?
Yes, that's the cool thing about these.
Yes, exactly.
Like when Jennifer was asking about what measurements or what, we haven't measured a thing. We're just putting it on.
Trying it on.
Yep. How it fits.
Yep, exactly.
So who else here? Dawn and Jennifer and Michelle and Sherry.
And Jody.
I'm not there yet. Oh. Judy's here.
And Catherine.
I'm getting there. There's Catherine. Yep. Try it on. See how it fits. That's how we do it. That's how we roll. And then you can always add. You can add rows up and down and bottom if you want more on the bottom.
Yep. You can just add back and forth to the bottom to make it longer.
I did this when I did mine. I went down and around.
Over, yes.
Because I added both this and length. So I just kept going around like that.
Uh-huh.
And then I added up the back as well. Hi, Brenda. Yeah, so you just kind of customize it as you go. But we are at about the same size.
Yes, we are. So today we're going to start our second panel.
Do you have ends?
Yes, of course I have ends.
Guess what I just did?
You wove in your ends.
You know, I had a few minutes. I was like, I'm just gonna weave in
my ends are floppity flopping. Oh, and you know what else I did though? And I told you I did this. I started this with a 4mm hook.
I got a needle somewhere. Where is it? Here's the needle. I'm like, where'd that needle go?
And at one point, I switched because I wanted this to get, because my waist is so big now, I wanted this to get a little bit bigger. So I did switch to a 5mm hook about right here. I did. So from here to here, I used a 5mm hook. So I'm going to have to pay close attention so I do my second panel the same.
To do the same.
Yep. So it's going to kind of flare out a little bit.
Okay. I'm just looking for my end of my yarn that's coming out of the ball. This is coming out of the ball. Okay. This is not. I don't want this one. It's not a ball.
But this way. And guess what I'm using for this project? My little cutie bag.
Oh, it's so cute.
My little cutie bag that we bought at A Piece of You.
Did you see that I put a video out, or shop hop video?
No, I haven't seen it yet. I'll have to check it out.
I did. I think I did it yesterday, I think.
I have to get my video out for I'm super excited to finally be doing an event with you again.
No, I recorded mine today.
Good. I'm going to record mine today as well. And then I want you to take a look at it before I publish it and just make sure I've got all my details correct.
I'm sure you're fine.
Okay.
I
pulled out some prizes today.
I don't have any specific dates in mind or who's giving away a prize when, because we don't really have that nailed down.
Ironed out, right.
Yeah.
I did pull out some prizes today.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What you got?
So I decided I'm going to give away, because I do have a lot of subscribers that are cross stitchers, and since we're going to do this, we're going to open it up to all mediums.
Multi-craftual.
Yes. So I've got this kit. It's a beaded icicle ornament kit from Mary Maxim. So this will be one of my, for a crocheter. Nice. It has the beads in there as well.
Beaded crochet ornaments. Nice.
And then I picked out a couple of cross stitch patterns. I got this one that's Jingle All the Way, and this one that is a winter tree. These were both new market releases this year.
Nice.
And then for if like the grand prize winner is a cross stitch winner rather than a diamond painting winner, I am going to give away a whole kit.
Whoa, a whole kit and caboodle.
Yep. So this is Christmas Parade. I love this. And I've got all the floss in there and the fabric.
Wow.
Yes. Your pick between 40 count or 32 count.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hi, Tammy. That's amazing.
Yeah.
You put a lot of thought into this. You put more thought into this than I have.
And then for my diamond paint, I know what diamond painting I'm going to do for my big, for the final, but I know where it's just over in the closet.
Nice.
And then if the big winner is a crochet person, I have a crochet blanket kit that's Santa.
Dang, Angie.
I know. I'm on it.
Wow.
Yep, I'm on it.
You putting me to shame right now. Oh boy. Well, that's cool. Awesome. It's going to be so much fun. You can do whatever you want to do. Just craft away. Craft away.
Just any craft that's Christmas.
And you can do multiple. I mean,
Yeah, right. You can do.
You want to diamond paint and other stuff and crochet something? And
I'm doing multiple. In fact, I kitted up. I talked to Mindy yesterday. I kitted up my diamond painting that I'm going to do for Christmas in July. And it's Santa Face from DAC. It's a very old kit. I went to start kitting it up. And the sticker sheet didn't even have the stickers pre-scored. I had to cut them all out, the little teeny stickers.
Now I'm curious. Hang on.
What, you've got Santa Face? Uh-oh, she's leaving us. Oh, what happened to our feed? What is going on with my...
I pulled out one yesterday to work on. And
what'd you pull out?
I'm gonna wait and see. I'm gonna look at my sticker sheet. Hang on. I want to see my sticker sheet first.
Yours is an oldie but goodie too?
Well, it is older. I don't know if it's as. I mean, it comes with this type of toolkit.
Oh yeah, that's an oldie.
There's my toolkit.
I was so happy that I found that I had a 4-placer in my toolkit because I'd stolen all my 4-placers and I'm all out of 4-placers because I chew them up.
Oh, guess what?
What?
I have non-peelable labels
stickers as well. Oh, look at you!
I wondered when you.
Are you going to tell us what kit you're going to do?
Yeah, I'm doing this one.
I can't quite see it. What is it?
What's it called? Ready for the Ride. The 2 horses in the barn.
Oh, yes. That's beautiful.
I wanted to do this forever. That's funny. I'll have to cut my labels as well. That's funny. When I saw this toolkit, I was like, odds are pretty good that it's gonna. Yeah. All right. Fun.
Great.
Hey, how much bling did yours have? Do you know?
Mine only has 1 AB. I do know because I've started it.
Oh, mine has 2 ABs.
Hold on, I'm gonna go get it and show you because you're gonna shit bricks when you see how much I got done.
Days, weren't they? 2 ABs. That's all it's got. No fairy dust. No nothing else. Just 2 ABs. Looks like a yellow and a blue, an orange. No, it's orange. It's right there. Orange. There's the orange one. The other one's got to be blue. Must be blue. Isn't it blue? I don't know.
So this was one of the very first diamond art clubs that I ever bought, and I have loved this painting ever since I got it. And I don't know why it has taken me this many years to break it out.
Right?
But I kitted it up, and I was so excited.
Oh, holy cow.
That look at what I got done
Holy
last night.
cow.
I
Wow.
got this entire bottom section done.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? Just
Yeah.
last night?
Yeah.
Because it's tons of color blocking. And it was just so fast.
Well, I got mine out ready to kit it up. So there's that.
For once, I'm more prepared than you. I can't believe
I
it.
know, right? Catherine's got hers picked out. You can get stickers. They're stickers, Sherry. They're just not cut.
Dawn, I would love you forever if you sent me 4 placers.
They're just not cut.
You would be my favorite person in the whole wide world. I would pay you for the DAC 4 placers.
Hello, Mary Lou.
Hi, Mary Lou.
Mary Lou who?
Mary Lou who?
All right, well, we got to start on another panel.
Yeah, let's get started on this, Daniel.
So we'll kind of talk about how to start our panel, and then, after that, then it's just mindless crochet, and we'll just shoot the breeze.
You're going to start with a magic ring. I'm going to start with a chain 4.
As I was just weaving in my ends, and I got to the magic ring on this is right in your armpit.
Yes.
So, I was saying people sometimes complain that their magic rings come out. But I'm like, okay, if you take your tail, and you got to weave in your tail, and you just go around and around that magic ring, you're reinforcing the whole thing.
Yes.
God forbid it comes out if you weave in carefully, right?
Well, my thought with that, and I don't mind a magic ring. I mean, I know I can do it, but this yarn is so slippery.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That I am afraid that even weaving
it will slide.
I think it's going to slide. Yes. Yes. So that's why I'm choosing the chain 4.
Okay. Well.
So we're going to do a chain 3 or a stacked single.
You like to do your stacked.
I love the stacked. Yes.
And I'm going to do a chain 3 and then 2 more double crochets.
Yes, ma'am.
2 more.
Oh, you know what? I think I decided chain 4 wasn't enough because we're putting so many stitches in there.
Yes, you did.
I did, didn't I? I think I did a chain 6.
You made your hole bigger last time.
I did. I like to have a bigger hole.
Stretch your hole there, girl. And then after you get your 3, you're going to chain 3 and then do 3 doubles again. Until you have how many of these clusters, Angie?
Well, hex means 6.
I started at one time with 5. I was like,
oh, no.
That didn't work out well for me. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait. What's wrong?
I don't know what's going on, but I keep losing our video here.
Uh-oh. Where are we going?
I don't know what's happening.
Why are we I got a knot now. We got problems here.
I keep my video keeps freezing up on my playback, so I'm having a hard time keeping up with chat.
Uh-oh.
There we go. I'm back. Oh, Sherry's gonna do another craftably. Cool.
Nice. I did that one. That bluebird. I did that one.
I was gonna do. I have another old one, and maybe if I finish Santa Face, I'll start this one too. It is from Bellasafina.
Okay.
And it has deer in it, and it's blue. It's all blue, and it has some really pretty special drills. But the special drills are not. They're like different sizes. Like there's big like teardrops and
well, that one hello Emma, that one Sherry's gonna do, that bluebirds one.
Yes.
When, geez, Dawn, 30 of them? She's got 34.
Woohoo, Dawn! I love you forever. You're my bestest friend.
So I did the Bluebird one, and it's got a lot of special drills in it. And it's got big special drills in it.
See, okay, so it's similar to the Bella Safina one that I have.
Yeah.
But
How many clusters do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5's enough, right?
No, 5 is not enough. Hex means 6, Mindy.
Guess I better do one more.
I'm sitting here talking and reading chat, and I wasn't even working here, so I'm a bit behind.
It looks like a little star at this point.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I gotta do one more as well. No, see, I'm losing. Mary Lou, we are making, actually, you know what it is? It's because I've got a split screen going. And
it's glitching.
It's glitching. So let me get rid of my split screen, and I'm just going to have to, I know the pattern. I don't need to refer to the pattern.
Right. Why do I have a knot again? Stop.
A knot like a factory knot?
No, just like the yarn's getting tangled up. Tangled up. It says right here, 6 clusters in total. 6. Count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. I got 6. Yes.
Actually, you know what? I think I started doing chains. Now that I think about it, in my other one, and chain 3s instead of my steps.
I'm
pretty sure I did. So in order to be, I guess I'm just going to start doing chain 3s.
All right then. Okay.
So then we're going to chain 3 and turn.
Dawn has your address.
She does?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Or turn and do a chain 3. Either way.
Either way. Yeah.
However you prefer.
However you prefer.
And then add 2 more double crochets in your space.
Yep. And then do a chain 3 and put 3 more in that space.
Because we got to make a corner.
Correct. The only thing I don't remember, and because I've been done with my other panel, is sometimes between the corners you do a chain 1, and some patterns don't. Does this one call for a chain 1 between the corners?
I will have to get down to that part.
Okay.
think it did. I think there's a chain 1 between your clusters, but don't quote me.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yes, Dawn, that is so very nice of you. It does. Okay, thanks, Jennifer. Jennifer says it does. Call for a chain.
Okay, so this first one, we put 2 clusters. Do we put 2 clusters in each one?
Yep, because each one is a corner.
Chain 1 between.
With a chain 1 between the corners, yes.
Yeah.
Yepper.
3 in our cluster, in between our clusters.
Yes.
Chain 3 between the clusters in the corner.
And then chain 1 between the corners. Yes.
Oh, I'm trying to confuse people here.
So I thought I was going to be late because I had to wind up these hanks, and this yarn is the most terrible yarn I've ever had to take from hank to ball.
Really?
Oh my gosh, so snarly. In fact, I've got one still sitting out on the table to be done because I ran out of time. It took forever, like over a half hour just to do these 2 hanks. Isn't that frustrating?
I did 5 or 6 hanks the other day, and I did a couple and left it, and came back and did a couple and left it. I had a kid here that wanted to help me.
And
he just wanted to wind the thing, and I was like, okay, you just wind the thing and keep winding. Don't stop
Don't
winding.
stop. Yeah, you can't stop.
And what did he do?
Stopped.
Stopped. So what happened?
It got all snarled up.
Big mess.
Yes.
And then I was like, no, I'm not happy. I'm like, I told you not to stop.
I know it's funny when I first got my ball winder in Swift, Nate, he was quite a bit younger then, you know.
I remember Nate loving to do that.
And he loved to do it. So
Yeah.
then after a while, he became my man, you know. I would ask him to do, and then after a while, he's like, he hates it when I ask him to do it.
It's like when I was teaching and I'd bring stuff home, like cut out. One of my kids loved to cut out lamination.
Oh,
until I kind of ruined that for them. They quickly stopped liking lamination cutting.
You kind of overdid it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I got me a nice little star action going on here. It's a beautiful little star.
So do I.
That's what I think it looks like right now, is a star.
It does. It does.
Here.
Yes, Jody, I do that too sometimes. I've tried to get better at really, really determining which is the over thread and which is the under thread, but I do that too sometimes.
Did you make it back around?
I did. So I'm chaining 3 and turning.
Chaining 3 and turning, and put 2 more in that space to make 3.
Tammy, I love my ball winder. It's a Stanwood, and that's the only kind I would suggest.
I have a cheap one.
Well, I've had a cheap one, and my Stanwood is so much nicer and smoother and big. It holds bigger. It can take a bigger, like, so if you're using a bulkier yarn, it can accommodate a bigger thing than the cheap.
Mine is an extra large one.
Is it? Okay.
So it holds big stuff. I can make big balls, big yarn, big balls, big yarn. Okay, yeah. But it's just one of the cheaper ones. But
no, Dawn, I only use 4 placers. That's my whole problem in life. I can only use a 4-placer.
All right. So then we're moving on to a corner next.
Right. Well, yeah, because I was just gonna say our first group is not in a corner, so you're only gonna chain 1 after that, and then move into the corner.
Then move into a corner.
Yep.
Then you make a corner, which is 3, chain 3.
Chain 3.
3. Then a chain 1. And then you got a little cluster in between your corners. Our first cluster between the corners.
Yep, and every round that is going
to
grow.
And just add more.
Just keep going and going and going.
I know. And it just seems to take forever and ever and ever to get around after a while, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. So, Mindy, something interesting happened.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, a little bit. I mean, not that interesting.
Not earth-shattering.
No, not as interesting as your response was.
I got a little too excited.
Calm it down. It's not that interesting. You sent me that link to that poncho.
Yes.
And it's like a hippie boho type poncho.
The one the paid for one, because I've sent you a couple now.
The one that's made out of squares.
I sent you the one that had fringe.
Oh, really?
Didn't I? That was a pattern, and then I just sent you one that was from Hobby.
Yes, the Hobby one. That's what I'm talking about. This one. Okay. Hold on.
That's a free one.
Yes. So interesting. I'll just show everybody else so they know what we're talking about.
I'm like, tell me if she started this thing.
It's this. And so it's kind of hippie-ish. It's got hippie vibes.
Yeah.
But
that's very colorful too.
I had just started last week a different sweater that is a hippie. It's called the Edge of 17. No. The Edge of 17 is the designer. It's called the Gypsy That Remains. And
that remains.
But I want to show you a picture of it because it's so cool, and I think you would love it.
You know the rest of the song? Can you sing the rest of the song?
I can.
Really?
Let me see. Spell gypsy right, Angie.
This is one of those patterns you can do without looking at your work.
Absolutely.
Look around, check out the world.
Okay, here's an Instagram picture of it.
Oh, it's one of those big, like roundish.
Yes, yes.
Like the
and
big
I'm not making
mandala on the back.
Yes, I'm not making mine as long, but it's fringy at the bottom, and the leaves go, or the sleeves bell out and have like fringy or fruffly. So it was funny because they're, to me, they're kind of same vibe.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I probably won't be able to find one now, but they were coming up all over the place this morning, and I probably won't be able to find one now. Let me. Where was I seeing them on Facebook maybe or Dreamer Designs has an octopus painting. Okay.
Really? Is it realistic or cartoonish?
I don't know. It's an octopus with a candelabra. This is what it looks like.
That's very interesting.
Right? It's got eyeballs and everything.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Oh man, this turned out so pretty. This is an MJ sweater. This is the other one that we talked about. Look at this with the colors on that.
Hold on.
Turned out really pretty.
Oh, that is pretty. Which one is that?
That's the V-stitch cardigan.
Oh, okay.
Remember, we had the two options: do the hexie or do this V-stitch one.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know where I was finding these things. They're
a butt bullseye, Jody. What's a butt bullseye?
The magic circle in the armpit that you tighten up. I don't know. It was a duster.
Oh.
A long duster with granny squares, and they were a for sale thing. Okay, so imagine this, similar to this, but similar but a little different. And then it has like long fringe hanging off the bottom of it and stuff.
Yes.
Somebody was selling them, like pre-made,
Yeah.
It wasn't a pattern. But they were the coolest.
I made something similar to that. Mine's more of a poncho though, and it has like the fringe hanging down.
Maybe it was on Pinterest. When I was on Pinterest this morning, I saw it. I don't know.
You and your Pinterest.
I love Pinterest.
I know you do. And
you would be in trouble if you start. Yeah. If you
I'm not a Pinterester and I'm not a TikToker. I'm not an Instagrammer either.
Here it is. Here it is right here. There it is.
Ooh, look at that.
Is that not cool or what?
That's very cool.
It looks like it's a big granny square for the back, maybe a granny square for the sleeves.
Yep.
Little
granny squares to make it.
And around the bottom.
Yeah.
Some granny stitch up the side and around neck. That would be cool to put together.
Heck yes, it would.
Isn't it cool though?
It is. Madeline was telling me she was at Target and they had all kinds of crocheted granny square items for sale.
I know.
I want to know how they can afford. Yes, how can they? Because crochet cannot be machine done.
No,
you can't crochet. I mean, there's machine knitting, but there's no machine crocheting. So a person put their time and energy into that, and they're selling a sweater for $20.
They're selling this thing here, this pink version. They're selling this one for $99.
That's more like it.
I mean, it really does look like it is 2 large granny squares for your sleeves.
Yep.
With however much granny stitch you need to make it the length you need it.
Right.
A big granny square on the back,
In the
little
back.
granny squares up the front, and granny stitch up and down.
You could definitely do it. I mean,
without a pattern, you could.
definitely.
We're doing this. I mean, we have a pattern, but it's very customizable. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna change this puppy up from her design when we add that little panel up the back.
Yeah. Yep. Gosh, this yarn is so splitty. I'm trying to get in my chain here to connect. And
you would think that this would be as well because it's that bambootiful.
Yes. No, that bambootiful is nice yarn.
It doesn't split.
No, it does not.
I mean, it can, but it's
not easily.
Harder to split it.
Yes.
And a bamboo usually is pretty splitty.
Bamboo usually is splitty, yes.
But this one, it's got to be the way they've got it twisted. It's got to be the... All right, so something else we're going to do. We have to announce this because next Crochet Live will be July.
Oh, yes. Yes, we do have to announce this.
So this is going to kind of get put on hold for a minute.
This sweater project that we're working on right now.
Our sweater is going to get put on hold because we decided we wanted to do some little Christmas things for Christmas in July.
Yeah. So for Fridays in July, instead of we're going to work on different little Christmas projects.
Yeah. Like I've been looking up some patterns. Like there's these cute, adorable, itty bitty little crocheted sweaters that people buy the little doll hangers.
Mm-hmm.
And they hang them up on their Christmas trees and stuff. They're super cute.
And the same thing with like little stockings. You need little stockings.
Mm-hmm. I found hats.
Yep.
So,
and I mean, you can just use scrap yarn because there's so little. So there's really, if you want to do if you want to do the make along with us, you can just use stuff from your stash. There's no really materials that you need to go get.
So they're going to be like little ornaments. You could turn them into a keychain if you wanted to. You could.
Maybe we could even do a snowflake if we're feeling froggy.
Froggy. Yeah. I've already found a pattern. I found several actually for stockings. I found a couple for the little bitty sweaters that are free, so we can.
I've got some beautiful snowflake patterns.
Nice. So we think we're going to do one project a week. That's just a Christmassy little thing. Something different each week.
Yep.
Aren't we cool? Cool?
We're so cool. We're amazingly cool. We're the coolest. You can't sit at our lunch table because we're the cool kids table.
I have a fun, small Christmas in July little diamond painting thing. I'm ordering those coming. They're really cute. They're little bitty
things. Is it?
Well, they're little mini stand-up little diamond painting things.
Oh, cool.
And they're all like Christmas in July themed.
I have a bunch of cute little Christmas special, like off-canvas diamond painting stuff too.
I mean, not working on this for the month will take a little pressure off.
Right, because we've got, so by the next time we come together, we can have this second panel completely done.
And of course, I still have 2 other sweaters I'm working on.
Well, and I don't have anything else crochet going at all.
I'm sure you don't.
I've got a stinking baby blanket I've got to have done by July 27th.
You better get busy.
I know, because I'm not very far on it.
You better get busy.
Have I shown it to you?
You better put that sweater thing away. You just showed.
I know. Have I shown you how the baby blanket's coming along?
I don't. I think you did at one point, maybe.
Oh, you know what? I showed it when I did that video. When I did that live, the drinking game. It hasn't seen much progress since then.
The drinking game live.
The drinking game live, yes. Oh, and I have a guilty confession, everybody, that was there for my drinking game live. Although I was very, very good, and whatever everybody voted on, whether to frog it or finish it, I have gone through and I've frogged everything and I've put the yarn away.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
Yes, I have. All the frog projects?
Yep, I did. And I didn't, a lot of them, if they were just like acrylic yarn, if they weren't special yarn, I just snipped it off and threw the project away. And
made my heart hurt.
I know. But
when I was at your house, you still had them all in the craft room.
Yep, nope, I did that this morning.
This morning?
Yeah. So I did.
There were several bags of stuff to go through.
Yeah. Well, I do still have the 4-bag contractor bags of yarn that.
Well, yeah, I meant just
the project
you were getting rid of.
But I did resurrect one and decide not to call it finished. This wasn't one that you guys voted to frog. This is one that we decided we were just going to call it done. And it's this tablecloth.
Oh, yeah.
So I decided, because I had this tablecloth, it's called the Grand Lace Tablecloth by Olga Alex. And I want it to be a tablecloth. So I've decided to finish it. And I've been working on it quite diligently. It's hard to see on this white background, but it's very, very, very pretty. But I have found, so I was talking to Mindy about this the other day. The pattern designer was Russian. Is Russian. I'm sure she's still alive.
She's still Russian.
She's still Russian, yes. And there was not an English translation of the pattern. So finally someone translated it, but it's not translated very well. And it leaves a lot to be desired and a lot of questions of what does that mean? Are you sure?
You read something to me the other day. You're like, I don't think this is a stitch.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I've never heard of it.
And so I'm having to refer back to the diagram, which the diagram in the file is extremely teeny, and there's errors in the written compared to the diagram, and it's just a nightmare to work on. But it's so pretty that I'm willing to put in the effort.
Fight through it.
Exactly.
Okay, so there was this doily. I know, I said the word doily.
I love doilies.
Years ago. I'll have to see if I can find a picture of this. I know I have a picture saved of this doily that I really wanted to make. And I
Thank you, Jennifer. I did notice that you hadn't emailed me. Thank you for emailing me.
I hunted and hunted and hunted to find a pattern. And I finally found one, at least, that was very similar.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give you one guess what it was written in.
Russian.
Mm-hmm.
All the good doily patterns are in Russian.
All the good doily patterns.
They are, truly.
They're all Russian. I guess
Truly.
Russians sat around and made doilies their whole life.
I guess because they are. I mean, I see really, really beautiful tablecloths and doilies, and a lot of times they are only in Russian and Polish. I've found, which sucks because I'd love to do them, but I don't speak Russian or Polish.
I don't either. And I don't even know where the pattern is for this thing anymore. But I I scoured this around. I shared this with many people. I was like, if you see this, if you see this, if you find a pattern for this,
Does it have a diagram? Because if it has a
don't know.
diagram, you could work from the diagram.
I don't think I even have a pattern at all. Oh, here it is right here. A pattern at all for it anymore. This is what it was. I wanted to do this in the worst way.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, see?
I remember that.
No, I was
Yes.
asking everybody. If you
Yep.
find this, let me know.
I remember your friend. You were searching for that for quite a while.
Never, I know. And I did find something at one point with interlocking hearts, anyhow, and it was Russian, and I was defeated at that point, and I gave up. I just.
Do you think at this point you could look at the picture and kind of just recreate it?
No.
No?
I don't know how to make. No, I don't know. I might be able to find something with hearts and interlocking hearts, maybe. I keep knotting this yarn up. Why? Because I'm pulling
Wish you
it.
would not do that.
Because I'm pulling it out of this little bit of this skein that's left, and then it's getting tangled as I, you know what I mean? Don't pull out as much. There's a tip. Don't.
Why are you pulling it out at all? Why don't you just let it come out?
Because it won't. Because I took the other end and I wrapped the other end around here.
Oh.
And now it's kind of tight in there and it won't pull out.
That's what she said.
I'm like, this is going all kinds of wrong.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, boy. So it has been a week. Let me just say it has been a week. There's only been one day this week we did not have any children.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. And life cannot be more complicated sometimes. Seriously. It's just, we have a life and we're trying to do things as well. And Dale gets these ideas in his head that can make our life a little easier. Like yesterday, we needed to go out to Horrocks. Do you have a Horrocks up by you?
I have no idea what that even is.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like you're speaking in Dr. Seuss language.
Okay. Well, they started out as a farmer's market. Now they're the most unique kind of grocery store. They have stuff you've never seen anywhere. It's very cool.
Really?
They have a huge garden center.
Okay.
Very big garden center. It's a neat place. There's several locations of Horrocks. That's why I wondered if there was one up by you. But we wanted to go there because I wanted to look for a wind spinner,
Okay.
And they normally have a bunch of them there. So Dale thought, well, his daughter works fairly close to there. Why don't we meet her there to give her her children?
Oh, right. Because you had the children.
Because we had her children. And then it got more complicated because their dad was planning on picking them up. And we're like, well, everything just got all complicated. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It just got all complicated. And then tempers flared, and I'm like, I'm staying out of the whole thing.
Whose temper flared?
I'm telling you, right? There's a little temper flaring going on there between
Goodness.
them. It's dad and daughter. That's up to them.
Right.
So, anyhow, that happened. Then I've had Jackson 3 times this week.
Wow.
I know.
Did the girls enjoy their concert?
They did. They had a blast. Shannon has been a Winona lover since she was old enough to speak.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's probably the first song she ever sang was probably a Winona song. So she loves Winona. And it was up at the Meyer Gardens.
Is that in Grand Rapids?
Yeah. I did not know that they had like an outdoor theater type thing there.
I didn't either.
But they do.
How long does it take you to get to Grand Rapids from where you're at?
45 minutes.
Oh, geez, you're close.
1 hour. Depending on where you're going in Grand Rapids.
Right. For me, it's almost 3 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Across the state.
Across the state, yep.
Yeah, it only takes me between 45 minutes and an hour. The gardens is probably 45 minutes because it's on this side
Right.
of Grand Rapids. Hello, Vima.
So can I ask everybody, I talked to Mindy about this, but maybe every other people might have an opinion.
We all have opinions.
We all have an opinion, yes. They're like a certain part of the anatomy.
Yeah,
Everybody's got one.
Oh, there you go.
No, so I think because of the heat wave that we had here in Michigan. Now, this doesn't have to do with the opinion that I need. This is a side commentary because Angie...
We're going to get back around to it in a minute.
Yeah, we'll come back around. Angie takes a circuitous route to the point of her stories.
A what route?
Circuitous.
Circuitous?
Yes, a circuitous.
Circuitous.
So instead of going from point A to point B, I go all around before I get to
I just never heard the word circuitous before.
Really?
Yeah, it's not a word I would typically... No, I never heard that really.
You always tell me that. Do I talk weird?
Well, you just have unique things.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't say it's weird. You just have unique words that I'm not familiar with. I don't know.
All right, I'm a dork. Sorry.
I learned a new word. I wouldn't have a clue how to spell it or anything, but you
know. Anywho, have you found that because of the heat wave that we had, certain flowers of yours are maybe a little less full or stunted even? Or is something going on wrong in my gardens?
I wouldn't say that. I don't
know. Okay.
That.
So I think I need some nutrients or something in my perennial garden because my tiger lilies are let's just say they're not as full and robust as they normally are. They're kind of just wimpy and thin and not, yeah. The same thing with my peonies. When they finally did bloom, they just bloomed very bleh. You know what I mean? They weren't big, full puffs like they normally are. What else?
My peonies were big and bold and beautiful.
See, and mine weren't this year. There was something else that didn't bloom very well. Oh, my irises didn't bloom at all.
Oh, no. My irises were beautiful.
Yeah, my irises never bloomed. Never bloomed. It was so weird. Anywho, so here's the part that I need an opinion on or suggestions on. And I already talked to Mindy about this. So I have this, my pond on my property was, the property that we live on was originally used to dig clay, and my property was a clay tile manufacturing plant. So they built tile, like, pipes, clay pipes.
So your dirt is very clayish.
Very clayish. And so my pond was dug for clay. And so
instead of like a gravel pit,
right,
you got a clay pit.
Right. So there was in the pond, and we dug it out of the pond because they had this mini railroad tracks that went down into the pond to bring the clay out.
Jody.
Tell Jeff to quit peeing outside. He does pee outside, but he does it over by the pole barn.
So does Dale.
Yeah, he doesn't
all
pee in my He doesn't pee in my garden.
It keeps the varmints away.
It does. Yes. So sometimes he'll go outside to pee. Like, he loves peeing outside.
Isn't that
so
funny?
Weird. Yes. Anywho, so we dug out this old rail car out of the pond. And it's miniature. I mean, it's not very big at all. It's probably 4 foot wide by 6 feet long. And so I drug it up and I put it in my perennial garden, like decoratively, and filled the bed of it with dirt. And I've been trying to plant things in it you know, to be a part of the garden. Well, it's not very deep. And so everything I ever plant there dies because it doesn't.
How deep is it?
I would say it's probably, let me see. Let me get my tapey measure out. Maybe 7 inches.
Oh, it's much deeper than my bird bath.
So, yeah, I'm struggling to find something that I can plant there that has shallow roots. Anybody have any ideas?
I already gave you my suggestion.
Yes. And it's a good suggestion. We're going to go look for some on clearance now that it's late in the season.
Yeah. Does it have creosote? Oh, like when the treated wood?
No, it does not. We put it's iron. It's an iron. It's like the same material as like railroad tracks. It's iron, and then we put a board, like a wooden board on the bottom to hold the dirt in. Because it was just the frame.
Oh, you just had the frame left.
Yeah, it's just the frame was left. So we put a wooden board on the bottom to hold the dirt in. So there shouldn't be anything toxic. Unless the iron, do you think the iron is like letting out too much iron?
Well, I don't know, but that's not where your plants are not growing at, though, because you don't have anything in that yet, right?
Yeah, no, that's not where
your plants are just in your dirt, not growing.
Yeah. And they're growing. They're just not as vibrant. Yeah, they're just not as full as they usually are.
They probably just need some fertilizer.
Yeah, I probably do just need some fertilizer. But Mindy suggested moss roses.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to try that.
You know what else you could get is any little succulent type of plant.
I know, but they're so expensive.
Well, but not all of them. Like, I'll think of what they're called in a minute. You just got to give me some time to think of it.
Not hens and chicks.
No.
I would love to fill it with hens and chicks.
Well, that would work.
I know, but it'd be expensive. I mean, I know they do self-propagate very quickly.
I always plant it in my fairy gardens because it's small when you first buy it.
Mm-hmm.
But then that crap takes off and it grows so big and it goes everywhere. What is it? Oh.
Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should turn that thing into a little fairy garden.
You should.
That would be really cute, wouldn't it? That would be very cute. Red creeping thyme.
Thyme is a good.
Oh, yes.
It's a good fairy garden thing. So
succulents do multiply very fast. They're just so expensive to buy at the outset. And it's, like I said, it's like 4 feet by 6 feet. So I need a lot to fill it. But if I did a fairy garden, I wouldn't have to totally, you know what I mean? I would just put stuff in to fill the gaps.
Yeah. That's
a good idea. Okay. That's what I'm going to ask for Christmas and my birthday. Fairy garden pieces.
Sedum.
Oh, sedum. Yes.
Those would grow well.
They would. Yes. Okay. Good idea.
And they will multiply.
Creeping Jenny, I have tried Creeping Jenny in there, Sherry, and it must need a deeper root system because it died. Because I had a bunch of Creeping Jenny in my perennial garden already, and so I transplanted some, and it didn't take.
Yeah, there's many different kinds of sedums.
Yes.
And they flower.
Yes, they do.
They get little flowers.
Yes, they do.
I took some from our fairy garden once. We planted them out by the pond, beside the steps that go out there.
Yeah.
That stuff is all over the place now. And it gets a pretty little yellow flower. It's got a really pretty little yellow flower.
Yeah.
I mean,
All
not
right,
all.
those are all good ideas. Yes, succulents. Those are all very good ideas.
There you go.
Well, thank you, everybody. And yeah, fairy garden would be cute. I'll do that.
Thymes are fun. They smell good.
I do have some thyme planted in a pot. I could sprig it out and, you know what I mean, and put some in there.
Didn't work well. I have a cover minder, my little teardrop, dewdrop little thing sitting here on the edge of my computer, and I just managed to wrap my yarn around it.
Oh, that doesn't work very well.
No, not well. So my daughter, since she's been here 3 times this week, 2 of the times she has brought mail with her. Like, we get mail at the other house.
At the old house, right.
From time to time. It's usually just junk. It's just junk, right? But it was very interesting the other day. She showed up with 2 GQ magazines.
What?
For Josh.
What?
Yes.
Does Josh subscribe to GQ?
Well, I told him he had some GQs, and he's like, what the hell? He says, what? I never subscribed to that.
Interesting.
I'm like, well, maybe you could get some tips. I don't know. And he goes, and besides that, it's been years and years and years since I ever used that address. And I'm like, well, me too. But I still
That's crazy.
But he's getting GQ. And then she brought me another one today. We got June's GQ now. And I'm like, oh boy. I can hardly wait to tell Josh, hey, your June
issue has arrived.
June issue's here.
You might want to get here so you can see what fashions are in this month. So you can go shopping and get the latest fashion trends.
I don't understand why he's getting them. He doesn't know why, but crack me up. Like my son, a GQ. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Imagine it'd be like Nate.
It'd be like Nate getting a GQ.
Getting GQ.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yes.
No.
Nate's hair is getting so stinking long. I just brushed it. He just got out of the shower before we went live, and once a week we do a mom brushing. So he brushes his hair every day, but once a week I do a very thorough mom brushing.
Oh, you brushed his hair.
Yes. Today was mom brushing day. Because he's been riding around in the car with his windows rolled down, and it's so long that it just gets crazy.
I'm to the end of this skein, and now I'm tangled here.
Uh-oh.
Tangled.
Oh, I just started over with a new ball.
I'm untangling this. Let's untangle. I brushed Jackson's hair this morning.
Does he have long hair?
It's shoulder length.
Okay.
His hair's very wavy and gets some little curls.
Yes.
It's so cute. It's red.
Nate's hair is stick straight, and he wants like nobody's business to have wavy hair.
Yeah, Jackson's is waves, and it's super cute. It's about his shoulder length.
You know what's funny though? My entire life, my hair was stick straight, and then when I turned about 40, it got wavy. My hair's like curly-ish wavy now.
How'd you get lucky?
I have no idea. My entire life it was just stick straight.
Mine's always been straight. Always will be straight.
I have no idea what happened. Oh, it could have been that time I stuck my tongue in the light socket.
And that might have done something.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, so I brushed it this morning. Didn't take long. I just wanted to play with it, though.
Jody, your hair used to be curlier? Interesting.
Mine has not really changed other than its color.
What color has it changed to?
Well, Only my hairdresser will know.
Only my hairdresser knows the answer to that. I dyed my hair recently, and well, I guess not. Back in April, I dyed it, or was it March? It might have been March. Anyways, my roots are starting to grow back in.
Oh,
and I don't mind the gray. I really don't mind the gray at all. The reason I dyed my hair in the first place is my hair has a tendency to get brassy on the ends, and I hate that. So I more so was trying to get rid of those red brassy ends.
So you just said you got it colored either in April or
March.
That's months ago.
Yeah,
and
but
you're
that's
just now starting to see your roots come in?
Yes, my hair does not grow fast at all.
Every 4 weeks, Angie, every 4 weeks.
I would die to be able to have hair like that.
Every 4 weeks I get it colored.
Nope. My roots are just now starting to grow in.
Oh, not me. And I cut it every other time.
Hi, Kathy. Kathy's late. She had a doctor's appointment. That sucks. I have a doctor's appointment on Monday.
Love going to the doctor. What?
I am not excited about it because I'm not excited to see the scale.
Oh.
I put on some serious poundage.
Well, you don't have a scale at home now?
Oh, heavens no.
Oh, heavens no.
I don't have a scale or a full-length mirror. I don't want either.
I weigh myself every day.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, it all stems from back when I did the 70-pound weight loss thing. I mean, we were on that, man. I had to know. I was weighing every day. And it's just a habit. I never stopped.
Interesting.
I never stopped.
So doesn't your weight fluctuate daily just by like water retention and stuff?
A little bit. Judy's family decided her hair would look good gray, so she quit coloring it. Not sure how I know how I would feel about it.
I love gray hair. I
I
think gray hair is beautiful. Like Jody has the most beautiful silver hair. It's just gorgeous. I would kill to have her hair. In fact, once I tried to dye my hair.
Look out, Jody. Look out, Jody. She's coming for you.
Once I tried to dye my hair gray, but I couldn't get it light enough, and it just looked stupid.
That's a thing.
I know it is.
Young women dyeing their hair with this gray stuff.
I know. I love it. I think gray hair is beautiful.
Well, you may never see mine. Might never ever see it gray. Okay, so now I have a loop of yarn over here.
You have a what?
A loop, a big long.
I thought you said a poop.
No, loop. I got a big long loop coming out of the end of my pooper ball here. I'm going to say poop. We'll say poop. But only one of these strands will be the end, right?
Yes.
Which one will it be?
Okay, so go to the.
No, I found it. I found it. I just tugged gently on one or two.
And then you can see which one pulls tight at the other end.
Come out. I already have the other end. The other end, the one that goes on the outside of the ball, I already found that, and I got it wrapped around the skein.
Sean, you fractured your foot? Well, that's not very smart.
What? By stepping off the steps in your garage? What?
Doesn't it suck getting older? Because I think your bones get more brittle. I mean, you probably could have done that 20 years ago and that wouldn't have happened.
It would have been fine, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that may be true.
I'm not insinuating that Sean is old. I'm just,
Sean's not old.
Sean's not old.
No. Not at all.
Not at all.
I'm old.
Yes, you are. No, I'm just kidding. No, you're not. I'm old. Ugh.
No, it's true. I just had a birthday, It's true.
Well, you know what's funny is how differently people show their age. I see pictures of women who are the same age as me, and they're gorgeous and beautiful and young looking. And I look at myself in the mirror and I see this haggard old woman. I feel like I look about 10 years older than I am. I have not aged well.
I do not think I don't see that.
See, I do. I think I look a lot older than 50.
Maybe you're being a little too critical about yourself. What do you think?
I don't think so, because I look at pictures of myself 10 years ago and I look way more than 10 years younger.
Well, 10 years is a long time. We do quite a bit of aging in 10 years.
Yeah. Judy wants to know what age we consider old.
Well, Judy.
Well.
Hello, Anita. Yes, Jody. I think she's a little too critical.
You're only as old as you feel, and I guess I just feel old.
Oh, well, that's a whole different story, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I've lost 45 pounds. I feel a lot younger than I was feeling before.
And old is relative, because when I was 20, I thought 50 was old. Now that I'm 50, I don't think 50 is old at all.
You're just 50 though, right?
Yeah, I turned 50 in January.
Just 50.
Just 50.
Yeah. 50 was a good year. 50, that was the year I met Dale. 50 was a good year. Just up. That's all I'm going to say.
See, my best decade was my 30s. I really loved my 30s.
50 was awesome.
My 20s were hard.
We had a good time in our 50s.
Really? You met Dale when you were 50?
Well, the second time.
The second time, right.
Yeah, the second time.
Jeff and I are celebrating our 20th anniversary this year.
Wow, that's a long time.
Well, we've been together much longer than that, but just we've been married 20 years.
No wonder you feel old. You've been married that long.
I know. Oh, did I tell you what we're doing for our anniversary?
No.
We are going to, he's taking me to Rhinebeck.
What?
Yep.
Are you kidding?
Nope.
That's not fair.
I know. So, yep, we're going on a road trip. We're going to go through Canada and go to Niagara Falls on the way. And yeah. Yep.
That is unfair, Angie.
I know.
You are stepping out on me.
I am. I know. I'm cheating on you.
You are.
I'm definitely cheating on you. I feel bad.
That was supposed to be us.
That was supposed to be our trip.
I could never get Dale to do that in a million years. He would never want to take me to a yarn festival.
Oh yeah, Jeff's all for it. But I kind of don't want. I'm gonna kind of encourage him to go do his own thing while I actually go to.
Well, you actually go in and shop.
Yeah, because I don't want him to know how much yarn really costs.
Right.
Because he has no clue.
Right.
He has no clue how much it actually costs. So if he knows how much it really costs and then comes home and looks at my room,
he'd be like, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Uh-huh.
But the problem with that would be he would start looking at all of the yarn at the same price, and that's not true.
Exactly.
The hand-dyed good stuff, that's a different story.
Right. And you've been here and seen my yarn. I don't really have that much hand-dyed. Most of my yarn is
right.
Big box stuff.
Oh, guess what? It just decided to downpour again.
Shut up. It's bright and sunny here.
It was here. Dale was mowing, but he just came in and I hear rain. It's raining out there. It stormed last night.
See, for us, it stormed tonight before last.
Well, it did then too. But last night, it was a little louder and a little more lightning-ish and things like that. I was awake. Dale slept through it.
See, I agree with you, Jody. I think that being sick does take a toll. Because I've had some crappy health issues the past 5 years, and I think that has taken a toll on my
on my
looks.
Well, Sean, I hope you're not a torn surgery type candidate.
I know, that sucks, Sean. I'm so sorry. That's really going to throw a monkey wrench in your summer, isn't it?
Going to Rhinebeck.
We can go next year.
I need to go. You're my only ticket there, you know.
I know. We can go next year.
Like I said, Dale will not take me. Dale will not do that.
But the only thing is, if we go, I'm not even going to say if we go. When we go, I want to book a place to stay very far in advance so we can stay relatively close.
Yeah, what are you doing with Jeff?
We're staying far away.
And are you just going to be there one day?
Yeah. So that's not really
literally 3 days.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, it's not the point of the trip. It's
right.
You know, we're going to Niagara Falls, and we're gonna. It's just a road trip, just for our anniversary, and we're gonna incorporate that into it. But
see, I could
when
get,
you and I
could deal to go to Niagara Falls, but
when you and I go, it'll be the point of the trip.
Yeah,
you know?
It will be the event. And we would have to sign up for some of the extra things.
Yes, exactly.
Like
I'd love to go to the pre thing.
Yeah, Cake Palooza, and
yes,
there's other fun things they do on Friday night.
Yeah,
there's still yarn festivals with vendors and stuff, but you know what's coming up in a couple weeks is Flock. Flock's in like Washington or something.
What is Flock? I've never heard of that.
It's a big yarn festival in, I believe it's Washington.
DC or Washington State?
State.
Oh, that would be fun. We could go there, and then we could go visit Jody.
Is she above Washington?
Oh, she's to the west of Washington.
More west than Washington?
Well, yeah, she's in Canada. She's in Vancouver.
Well, I know. Yeah, but that's north.
No, she's west. She's west of Seattle.
Okay, so she's still more west of Washington.
Yes.
I didn't realize Canada went that much further over than Washington.
Yeah, it does. It absolutely does.
I'm not a Canada aficionado.
Oh, wait. She said Seattle's 3 hours south of her. Ah, wait, I gotta look at a map now.
So you're north of Seattle then?
But west also, dang it. I'm gonna look. We're gonna. How
far west, Jody?
We're gonna solve this because I was just looking at a map.
Yeah, right. I don't know when Flock is exactly, Tammy.
All right, we're gonna. Well, what the heck? I don't want.
Okay, I got me a map.
Oh my gosh, you are okay, so she is a little bit west, but she's north too. But she is a little bit west. So
you know, Nitty Natty.
So here's Seattle. Here's Seattle right here.
Oh, you got like Google Maps. I just got a like map.
Here's Seattle, and here's where Jody is.
Yeah.
So it is west, but it's northwest.
Yeah. Anyhow, Nitty Natty, her and her husband love to travel around, you know. And now they're doing a Canada thing. They're doing Canada.
Uh-huh.
And so they're hitting all of the provinces.
Oh, cool.
Which is, how many are there? 5 or 6? British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Ontario. 5. Is that right, Jody? 5?
Yeah, I was going to say, let's ask our resident Canadian.
I know. But then there's territories. I didn't know there were territories until recently. Like the Yukon Territory, the Northwest Territory.
I thought that was in Alaska that there were territories.
No, this is in Canada.
Oh.
They have territories.
Interesting.
Bunch of islands. All kinds of crazy stuff in Canada. Crazy stuff.
Crazy stuff in Canada.
Oh, wait, and then Newfoundland. I missed one, didn't I,
Oh
Jody?
yeah.
There's
Newfoundland.
1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 provinces. And then these territories, which are above, north of the provinces. And there's
Yeah,
territories.
Tammy says the next Flock Festival is August 8th through 10th.
Yeah. I know it's coming up. It's this summer sometime. Rhinebeck is in October?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're going to take the Mustang and...
You are going to drive the Mustang the whole way?
Yep, we're going to take the Mustang.
For some reason, that does not seem like a comfortable road trip.
Oh, why? It's a very comfortable ride.
I don't know. It just doesn't seem I don't know. Not much space for anything, or I don't
It's
know.
got a big trunk.
Oh, I know. I shoved boxes in your trunk.
It's got a big trunk.
And your back seat and your
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. It just was my perception. My first perception was it just doesn't seem like a very road
trippy car.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that car.
Mostly.
Mostly. Yeah, I was telling Mindy.
Oh, I wasn't going to say anything. Another secret.
Well, Jeff's never going to hear this, so we can talk about it.
Okay.
So when I was looking for, I knew exactly what I wanted. I wanted a Mustang. I wanted a convertible, a GT. It had to have a V8 in it, and it couldn't be red or yellow. I wanted basically or white or black. So basically, I wanted a silver one.
Boy, she's down to like no color choices left.
Yes. So basically, I wanted a silver or gray Mustang, and it had to have black leather interior. I didn't want any other color interior.
Oh goodness.
And I had like a very precise list of what I wanted. But the other thing is
special ordered.
Yeah. The other thing is that it had to be a stick shift. I was very, very adamant that it had to be a stick shift. Now, Jeff argued with me on this point, or not argued with me, but we discussed this choice ad nauseum, and I did not waver. I held my ground, and so we looked and looked and looked. We looked for a very long time for this car.
Gotta be.
We looked for a very long time. We finally found the perfect car, but it was in Ohio. So we drove 4.5 hours to go look at this car, and luckily it was perfect and we bought it. But now after I've got it and I drive it around all the time, it's kind of a pain in the ass having a stick shift. I kind of wish I would have gotten an automatic, but I can't admit that. I can't admit it because Jeff tried to convince me to get an automatic and I wouldn't budge. So, I've got to keep that to myself forever.
Lessons learned, huh?
Yep, lessons learned. Next time I'll get a automatic. If there is a next time. I think I'll keep that car. Unless the only reason I can see getting rid of it is to get an older one. Like if I could get a classic.
Oh, like if you got a 67 Mustang.
Yeah. If I could get a classic, I would. But other than that, I don't see ever getting rid of it. I mean, technically, it's almost a classic right now. It's an 06, so it's almost 20 years old.
Is that what you consider a classic car? Is 20?
That's what the Secretary of State considers a classic is 20.
20? I thought it would be older than that, like at least 25.
No, 20. And in fact, if you have a classic car in Michigan, you don't have to have in order to drive it between Memorial Day and Labor Day, you don't have to have registration or pay for registration. on a classic car.
What?
To drive.
You drive it those months?
If you want to register it as a classic car. Now, if you want to drive it year round, then obviously you have to pay.
Which means you're just gonna like drive it around and go to some car shows.
Exactly.
Weird stuff like that.
Jennifer, of course you love that show because I love that show.
I have never heard of that show.
Resident Alien? Oh, it's hilarious. It's never so funny. Dr. Harry Vanderspiegel.
Nope.
I love that show.
Never heard of it.
Speaking of shows, I'm super excited.
Something else I never heard of, probably.
July 7th is getting closer and closer. The premiere of the new season of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And I am having a watch party, and we are going to play Charlie McDennis.
So there's new seasons of that show?
It's Always Sunny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a discontinued show?
Nope.
For some reason, I thought it was like a discontinued show.
Nope. The new season comes out July 7th. I'm so excited.
I thought it was an older, discontinued show.
It's been going on for I think this is season 17 that's coming out. So it's been on for a long time.
Shows you what I know about it.
Mm-hmm. I know. I swear, if Jennifer and I ever got together, we like so many of the same things. It's so weird.
I just don't watch anything, so. Although lately I've been getting my education. I watched Moana and Moana 2.
Moana's great. We love Moana.
And what else have I watched? I watched Lightyear. I watched a little bit of BFG.
Of what?
BFG, which is the Big Friendly Giant.
Yep.
Live action version, by the way.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been getting my,
Guess what I watched last week?
I'm getting my Disney and my cartoony stuff on.
I watched the entire franchise, all, 5 or 6 movies, however many there are, of Jurassic Park.
Oh.
It was really good, too. I enjoyed it.
I know I've watched 1. I don't think I've watched, maybe 2. I think I watched 1 and 2, possibly.
I didn't realize there were so many of them, but the reason I got into it is because I didn't know Chris Pratt was in the last, 3. And I'll watch anything he's in. He's yummy.
Moana.
Yes.
Maui is my guy,
Uh-huh.
That's my guy. Whew. When I say that to Jackson, he's like, you know who the voice is of Maui? And I'm like, absolutely.
Absolutely, I do.
Yeah. So part of my Christmas in July stuff,
yes,
going to be a opening of my 24-day countdown from Little Wolf Knit. So I've never ordered a yarn from them before in my life, but I ordered this countdown.
And have you received it yet?
I do. I have it.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think of it?
I haven't opened it yet.
Oh.
I'm saving it for Christmas in July. Even though it's not a Christmas theme, it is Moana 2.
Oh, cool. Oh, shoot. It's getting late. I have to get off here. Nate has to leave for work in a few minutes, and I have to make sure that his uniform is pressed and ready.
You have to press his uniform?
Yes.
Have you taught him how to press his uniform?
No, not. He's my teeny weeny baby. Of course his mama will do it for him.
Okay. And just thought I'd ask.
Yes, Judy, there is a new one coming out. We were just looking at that. I think it's going to be at the end of this year. I think.
The Jurassic Park?
Yeah. Yeah. But let me
go see why my husband didn't go over to the home and work on screens. He hasn't been. And you got to go press his panties for him.
Yes. After I just got done brushing his hair, now I'm going to go press his clothes.
I'll keep my mouth shut.
He's my teeny weeny baby.
It's not sounding weird at all, Angie.
He's my teeny weeny baby.
He's 7 feet tall.
He's my teeny weeny baby. Come on, I'm having a hard time letting go, okay?
Yes. It's not sounding creepy. Nope, it's not.
I know Madeline sometimes calls me Norma Bates.
Oh, Lord. Oh, good. Maddie. Yep, Maddie. Girl, we need to talk. All right, we'll have to figure out what our first little crochet
Project
to be next week.
Yes. Yep.
Just have some scrap yarn.
Yep. Just have some scrap yarn and keep an eye out for Mindy's and Brenda probably will do a video too of our announcement for Christmas in July.
His wife is not going to enjoy your teeny weeny baby. No, she might like somebody that compresses.
Well, there's nobody good enough for my teeny weeny baby.
All right. Well, I'll say goodbye.
Bye, everyone.